Hey guys, and welcome back to the Peteytown Piranhas, a college football 26 team builder dynasty. In this episode, we're going to be starting year 7 of the program. We're coming off back-to-back national championship game appearances, but we haven't brought it home yet, so we're hoping this is the year we can change those fortunes. To start out with, we're going to be looking at the schedule that we'll be facing, and then we're going to meet the team that we're working with. And then we're going to do the initial recruiting board, and then we'll step into the first 3 games of the season. The Piranhas have joined the ACC conference, and it is not an easy schedule. We're going to open the season against Tennessee in a kickoff game, and then we're going to take on our rivals Maryland. Then we're going to take on Auburn, and then we are going to open ACC play with Clemson, so that's a heck of a way to join the conference. Then we're going to continue against Virginia, then travel to Texas Tech, and travel to Florida State, then come back home for Cal. Then we'll have a bye week and resume play against Boston College. Then we'll have 2 rivalry games against Pitt and Miami, and then we'll close the season against Virginia Tech. This year, the Piranhas enter the season with a 96 overall, a 94 offense, and a 99 defense, and we are the 3rd-ranked team in the country. And our best player is 99 overall George Emanuel, our free safety who's been starting with us ever since he joined, and he's now a senior. Starting at quarterback will be our returning starter, Nate Myers, with his 94 overall, and he had a bit of a struggle with turnovers last season. I say a bit, it was quite a lot, and we're going to see if he can recover from that, bounce back, especially that national championship game, and we're just hoping that the rest of the guys can support him in that. And he will be backed up by very exciting freshman Byron Talib with his elite development. At halfback will be freshman Elijah Addison, a 5-star, and he comes in with that 94 speed and 92 acceleration and silver shifty, so we're looking for our freshman to make a big impact. And Theo Storm will serve as our 3rd down halfback. Returning at fullback will be sophomore Jawan Cross. At wide receiver, we got a solid group here led by Jeff Klutz after he had an injury last year. We're excited to have him back. And he'll also have Nick Cummins, who will be in the slot. And when he moves there, we're going to have John McKillop on the outside. And he's a very physical guy at 6'3", 214, so we're excited to have him. And then Justice Vandermeer should also make an impact this season. At tight end, we got our returning John Mackey Award winner, 2-time John Mackey Award winner, Alex Payne. Excited about our offensive line this season as we got some talented guys, and Joey Ruse will be at left tackle. Then left guard will be Carlos Nestor, a transfer who's got that 89 overall, so very exciting. And another transfer will be at center with Ian Bullocks and his 91 overall. And then right guard will be Denzel Lampkin. And finally at right tackle we'll have Tomas Rico. Now let's meet the guys who will make up our 99 overall defense. At left edge will be transfer Andre Bullitt with his insane athleticism. And then on the other side of him will be Thomas Caver. And then the guys in the middle will be DeAndre Hepburn. And then Garrison Temple is going to move over from edge to play some D-tackle for us to give some more athleticism at that position. At the linebacker spot will be returner Sean Leonhardt. And in the middle will be Eric Gooden and Benjamin Levine. And then at the will linebacker spot will be Nick Scasia. Really can't stress enough how excited I am about our defensive backs this season. And Gio Arma is going to be our leader there, but he'll also drop down to the slot cornerback role. And in that situation, Marquez Jones and Zach McGarrigle will be on the outside. So very exciting to have them. And Gio Arma is our only guy who's below a 90 speed. Everybody else is super fast, as you can see here, and just so excited to see what they can bring to the table. Of course, you got our best player, George Emanuel, in the free safety spot, looking to clean up anything that happens in front of him. And at strong safety will be returner Maurice Joy. We believe here in Peteytown that Manuel Amador was robbed of the Lou Grozo Award last season, but hopefully he just continues his success with us. And then at punter will be incoming freshman Robert Farrell. Now it's time to take a look at the recruiting board for the Piranhas. At the top of it, we got 5-star gem athlete Kelvin Penn, who figures to be a tight end in the future. And he's very exciting because we look over here, he's got 87 speed, 83 acceleration, so very athletic for a tight end. So really looking for him to come in and eventually take over for Alex Payne when he leaves. Below him, we got some more 5-stars with right edge Vernon Hicks, who's got some athleticism and very good combo of power moves and finesse moves. Derek Burr is an athlete power rusher, and he has a very interesting combo of 81 power moves and 84 finesse moves, so that really intrigued me, so I want to see if we can get him. Very athletic cornerback with 5-star Jadarius Fatankun, and he's got 93 speed, 95 excel, then 92 change of direction and agility, and we can always get that coverage up. And he also has that platinum team player, so he can move around and do different things for us. The last 5-star we have on the board is athlete thumper Bobby Younger, and he also has a tier 5 pipeline for us, so that really made me want to go after him because I think we can get him pretty easily. And he's got 86 speed, 91 excel, and solid coverage skills for a thumper, so we're seeing if we can get him in. Then we're looking at some 4-star gems with wide receiver Femi Cross with his 93 speed, 90 acceleration, and solid route running to begin, but we can always get that up. And then you got another gem with Gabe Bello, a right tackle pass protector. You can see he's got 85s on the pass block power and finesse, and some abilities over there as well, so really think we can get him. Another gem is going to be free safety Andy Wilkins with 91 speed and acceleration, so athleticism coming out of free safety, and he's got fairly good coverage skills, and he's a hybrid. And then the rest of the board you see here, we got some 4-stars, and forgot to put some scholarships on those guys and scout them, so that was a little bit of an oversight, but they're going to stay on the board because they're pretty high up in their interest right now. And then you got some more 4-stars here, and missed a gem here, but he's a 3-star, so that's why he's a little farther down, but that gem intrigued me, and he also has a tier 5 pipeline with us, and then just the rest of the 4-stars. Now it's time to step onto the field in this special kickoff game against Tennessee with their number 15 ranking heading into this year and 95 team overall, so not starting off lightly here for the Peteytown Piranhas, so let's see what we're made of. Offense gets off the field on a quick 3-and-out for their first drive, so Tennessee is out here for the first time on offense. We're sending a big blitz their way, and it is going to get home as Eric Gooden gets in there for the sack. Another blitz for the Piranhas. We're going to hit him. He's launching it deep, and it's going to be intercepted. It's going to be Zach McGarrigle out there making the interception, and he's going to return it back near midfield. So nice start to the season by the defense. See what the offense can do after that interception. We are going to drop back to throw, and it's going to be a quick strike to Alex Payne, and he's going to get it past their 40-yard line. A little RPO, and it's going to get out to Alex Payne again, and he's fighting his way, but is going to get 9 yards. RPO, and we're behind the defense, and he just brings him down before he can get into the end zone. Jeff Klutz making his presence felt early. Piranhas set up inside the 5-yard line now. Nate Myers handoff to Elijah Addison, and Elijah Addison is going to get into the end zone for his first touchdown of his career, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 7-0. Tennessee trying an RPO, and he throws it right into our receiver's hands. We were sitting right there waiting for him to throw it, and he did, and that's going to be intercepted by the Peteytown Piranhas to get us in absolutely fantastic field position. I believe that was the transfer cornerback that we got. Let's see, just checking his name again. It's Marquez Jones, so still learning some of these transfers and new names, but Marquez Jones just sat right there and picked off that pass. Myers dropping back. He's going to throw it underneath, and he's going to get it within the 1-yard line, it looks like. No, the 2-yard line. Third down and goal, diamond to the left. Nate Myers is going to take this one himself and have the clear runway to the end zone, and the Peteytown Piranhas are up 14-0 on the Volunteers. 2 interceptions leading to 2 touchdowns early for the Piranhas. After our touchdown, Tennessee can't respond, so we're back out here on offense, starting at the 39-yard line. Myers is going to hand off. Elijah Addison is going to shifty his way through, and he's going to get the first down. Myers just throws it, dumps it to Alex Payne, and he's got plenty of room for the first down. Addison's going to find a little crease, and he's going to get himself 8 yards. So Elijah Addison looking good to start his career. Piranha's looking. It's going to be a wide open slant to Jeff Klutz, and he's got plenty of room for the first down. From the 15 now, the Piranhas looking to add more. Elijah Addison hurdling his way, and he's going to get the first down inside their 5-yard line. First down and goal here for the Piranhas. It's going to be Nate Myers, and he's going to drag a man into the end zone, and Nate Myers has his second rushing touchdown of the game, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 21-0 on the Tennessee Volunteers. Our defense got Tennessee off the field on another 3-and-out, and we're here on 2nd and 9. It's going to be a handoff for Elijah Addison, and he fits his way through, and he's got another first down. So really loving how the freshman's looking out there. Piranha's on a 3rd down here, and Nate Myers is going to drop back, sending a blitz as Tennessee, but he gets it out there, and Jeff Klutz is going to get the first down. Myers throwing the slant, and it's going to be a first down again for the Peteytown Piranhas. Myers dropping back another slant out to our transfer wide receiver. We're going to have to check his name, still learning these names. Myers throws over the middle, and it's going to be caught by Theo Storm to get it inside the 5. And we're just going to throw it out to Alex Payne. Caught him on the RPO, and we're going to get Alex Payne into the end zone again. And it's going to be 28-0 over the Tennessee Volunteers. And I'm just absolutely loving how our team is looking to start this season. I say again for Alex Payne, but it's just, again, because he's had a career made of just getting touchdowns when we need him in the red zone. Hand off to their back, and they are going to finally get themselves a first down right up the gut. Tennessee dropping back, throwing over the middle to an open man, and he gets hit hard, but he hangs on for the first down. Rolling out here, he's going to try a throw, and he hits his man, and he has to jump a little bit for it, but he makes the catch to get it to the 30-yard line. And we're bringing the blitz. He breaks it, but he's not going to break the second attempt at the sack, and we're going to bring him down. That's Maurice Joy bringing him down from the safety spot. That sack puts Tennessee on 3rd down and 9 here. They're dropping back. Some pressure coming through, and he can't manage to squeeze that ball out of there. Tennessee's just trying to put something on the board after going down 4 scores, and we almost get the blocked kick, and thankfully we avoided the penalty, and Tennessee is going to put some points on the board as it's 28-3. Elijah Addison is going to have room around the edge. He gets a block on the edge by a receiver, and he gets a couple extra. Elijah Addison getting just tremendous blocking by our O-line, and he's got himself another first down. 3rd down and 2 for the Peteytown Piranhas at the 35-yard line. We are going to drop back with Nate Myers out of it, and he is going to get the completion to our man Nick Cummins for the first down. Myers throws to an open man again, and it's going to be another moving the sticks moment. Myers looking, he's going to throw over the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown again for the Peteytown Piranhas. Theo Storm is going to get the reception out of the backfield, and we are going to go up 35-3 against the Volunteers. Just unbelievable effort from the boys today, just absolutely executing at the highest level. Over the middle, it's going to be intercepted again by the Peteytown Piranhas. That is Eric Gooden making his interceptions. He's so great at it. He had 10 interceptions last season, and that's his first of this season, and just absolute domination by the Peteytown Piranhas so far. Inside their 25, let's see how the Piranhas handle this situation. It's going to be a catch out there. Looks like John McKillop. and he's going to get us the first down. Very contested catch there. Couple timeouts, 18 seconds left. Whole playbook open for the Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to drop back, fire one, and it's going to be John McKillop into the end zone for the Peteytown Piranhas. So another interception leads to another score. It is 42-3. And at this point, it is my absolute delight to just say that we're just going to let this one ride out. I'll show you guys any highlights that pop up in the second half, but it looks like we got this one well in hand, and we're not going to have any kind of catastrophe happening, hopefully. So we're just going to let it ride out, and I'll see you guys at the highlights and at the end of the game. Here is Elijah Addison getting another touchdown on the game, and we're going to make it 49-3. Well, I really can't imagine a better start to the season than a 52-3 win over Tennessee, and just absolutely fantastic play by everybody on the team today. I'm so incredibly happy with what I saw out there, and just very excited for what the season has in store after this one. So here's the stats from our blowout win against Tennessee. We had 434 yards on offense to their 209, and 212 of those yards came on the ground with 4 rushing touchdowns, while they had 18 on the ground. Through the air, we had 222 yards to their 191, and we were 4 of 7 on third down, while they were 2 for 10. And for turnovers, we kept a clean sheet while we forced 3 turnovers on them. Big day here for Nate Myers, as he had 205 yards through the air with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he was not sacked. On the ground, it was an excellent debut for Elijah Addison, as he had 20 carries, 144 yards, and 2 touchdowns, while Theo Storm had 5 for 59, and Nate Myers only had 12 yards rushing, but he made the most of it with 2 rushing touchdowns. Jeff Klutz led us in receiving with 5 catches, 65 yards, while John McKillop had 6 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown, and Alex Payne had 5 for 38 and a touchdown, and then Theo Storm made his presence felt through the air as well with 3 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown. Maurice Joy led the way with 7 tackles. Defense tallied 5 sacks, and it was spread around nicely with Eric Gooden, Walter Lyles, Charlie Cahill, and Andre Okoye each getting a sack. And then there was half a sack by Maurice Joy and DeAndre Hepburn. And then, of course, you start the game with 2 interceptions by Marquez Jones and Zach McGarrigle leading to scores. And then you had Eric Gooden's interception leading to a touchdown as well. And just turning defense into offense is just what you always want to see. Just excellent complementary football today by the Piranhas. Manuel Amador was only called on once today, and he hit his 45-yarder. So not too much going on recruiting right now. There's only one guy in his top 5, but here's a little look at how everybody's standing so far in their battles. And as we make our way down, you're going to find that we have Parker Turbin, the center, in his top 5, and we're currently trailing to Michigan in their Tier 5 pipeline, so I'm kind of trying to go all in on him with a couple of soft sells. And then I put him on an early visit against Auburn because had the 2 bars that we could get for influence if we win that game. So I think that's really our only chance of really getting him with the lead that Michigan has right now. Now it's time to take on our rivals Maryland with their 79 overall, and they've already played 2 games, so they're 2-0. So let's see what we can do. Both offenses starting this game a little cold, as we've had 2 drives that have gone nowhere, and Maryland is here on their second drive, and it's starting out with a sack here by Garrison Temple. Dropping back, he's going to try and fire one, but it gets deflected into the air, and that's going to be a defensive touchdown for the Peteytown Piranhas. DeAndre Hepburn on the play. We sent a blitz at him, and it was just too much. As he tried to throw it, it just popped into the air, and DeAndre Hepburn was in the right place at the right time. And the Peteytown Piranhas are going to take a 7-0 lead thanks to that defensive score. After our defensive touchdown, both offenses have been forced off the field on 3 and outs, so Maryland is back out here, and they're throwing it short to their man, and he is going to get it close to the first down marker. It's 3rd down and 1 for the Terrapins in sneak territory. and they're going to go for it, and they are going to get it. Handoff, and their man is going to get the blocking he needs to get around the edge, and George Emmanuel is going to save an even bigger gain. You're going to try a toss to their running back, and he gets blown up by his own man, and then we take him down for a 3-yard loss. Trying to swing out to their running back, but we are not fooled, and we're going to push him back even further. 3rd down and 16 for the Maryland Terrapins. And they are going to drop back, looking for something, but the pressure's up the middle. It's going to be a strip sack, and we got a chance at another defensive score. It's the big man. He's trying and huffing and puffing, and he is going to get himself into the end zone. So the Peteytown Piranhas struggling on offense in this one, but the defense is taking care of the scoring in this one, as that's our 2nd defensive touchdown of the game. So just unbelievable job by the defense so far, and we're going to see who it was. I believe it was DeAndre Hepburn on the sack. I'll have to check who the touchdown was, but whoever it was a big man, and he was rumbling and stumbling and bumbling down that sideline for the touchdown. After our 2nd defensive score of the game, both offenses have been stuck in the mud again, and our offense is back out here, and we are just getting absolutely blown up in the backfield. Myers throwing over the middle, and he's going to connect with his man this time to make it 3rd and short. 3rd down and 3 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Myers throwing quickly, and it's going to be caught, and just barely getting the 1st down is Nick Cummins. 3rd and 3 now for the Piranhas. Myers just trying to get something going here. Throwing it over the middle in a tight window, and it's going to be another drop. This rain is just really affecting our offense's ability to catch the ball right now. Petey Previtt says, why not go for it? 4th and 3, Myers, and he's going to get the slant out there, and we're going to get the 1st down. Nice connection to Jeff Klutz. Myers, empty backfield, throws it over the middle, and it is going to be caught, nicely contested there. Myers again to throw. He's got a man open over the middle, and he's going to make a nice little juke move to get himself into the 1st down area. Best opportunity all day for the Piranhas offense to put a score on the board. Myers looking. They're bringing the blitz, and it is going to get home and knock us out of the red zone. 3rd down and 12 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Myers looking. He's going to throw it over the middle. Looks like Nick Cummins is going to make the catch, and we are going to take the timeout and set up for the field goal. Manuel Amador coming out here to put a field goal up to put the points on the board finally for the offense. And Manuel Amador is going to do just that to make it a 17-0 advantage going into halftime. Both offenses start the 2nd half with a 3-and-out, so Maryland is out here trying to change their fortunes, and they get a 5-yard gain. RPO screen is going to go for a almost 1st down. It's 3rd and inches. Maryland going for a QB sneak now, and they are going to get enough. Maryland with a little RPO slant, and that's going to get them the 1st down. So now it's their best offensive drive so far today. Maryland over the middle. His man is wide open. We just separated our zones away from him, and he just found the soft spot. Maryland is going to try and pass, but we are going to bring the pressure, and eventually he's going to let it get to him as our guys are going to combine for the sack. And that's going to be Thomas Caver, it looks like, and friends. And it's going to be 3rd down and 17. Garrison Temple actually getting in there. So what was looking like the most promising drive of the day for Maryland is going to be on a 3rd down and 17. Pump faking. He's going to throw the deep ball, and the promising drive will continue after all after that impressive play. Just left a man open near the sideline. 3rd down and 4 for the Maryland Terrapins from the 10-yard line. Handing it off, and he's got nowhere to go, just completely shut down by Gio Arma. Maryland's going to try to make it a 2-touchdown game with this field goal attempt. He's putting it up, and it is through, so Maryland's on the board, and it's going to be 17-3. And it's going to be a read option. Nate Myers with a nice read, gets a little block there on the outside, and he's got the 1st down. Myers looking over the middle. He's got Alex Payne, and he's got the 1st down, and we are looking good now on this drive. Handoff for Elijah Addison. He's got plenty of space to get through, and it's going to be 2 plays, 2 1st downs for the Piranhas. Elijah Addison getting this carry, and he's got the blocking on the outside. Elijah Addison is free, and he's going to get it close to their 10-yard line on the best run of the day for the Piranhas. Just very good execution on the blocking, and we are knocking on the door to a touchdown right now. 3rd down and 6 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Nate Myers in an empty formation. He's pump faking, and he's looking, and he's just going to get it out before he gets sacked. Manuel Amador is going to put up this kick, and he's going to reestablish that 17-point lead for the Piranhas. Maryland over the middle. He's going to get the completion and juke through some guys to get the first down. 3rd down and 2 for the Terrapins. They are going to try a handoff, and we are in the backfield and bringing him down for a 2-yard loss. 4th down and 4 now. He's dropping back to throw. He's scrambling. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete, so the defense is going to hold. After that nice defensive stop, it's 3rd down and 9 for the Piranhas, and we're just going to fire it out short, but their man knocked it away. We had a guy out there, but that's a nice defensive play. Manuel Amador is going to try and kick a field goal from a long ways away, and he is going to miss it. Looks like it went wide to the left, so rare miss for our guy Manuel. Maryland's stepping up, and he's got a little boost of acceleration to get himself 8 yards. Over the middle, he's going to get hit hard, but he hangs on to get it into our territory. And we are going to bring the pressure. It comes free, and we are going to get our 4th sack of the game as DeAndre Hepburn got in there for the sack. Maryland's going to try to set up a screen play. He's got the blocking he needs to get a big chunk, and he's going to get 10 out of that. Under 5 minutes left. It's 3rd down and 4 for Maryland. We're sending a blitz, and they just throw it right where the blitz comes from for the first down. Screen, and they are going to get what they need, but he gets tied up a little bit to prevent the first down. They're going to drop back. He's looking, and he's going to get sacked again, and he's just going to get brought down by a host of Piranhas on that play. 4th and 12 now for Maryland. He's dropping back, and he's going to try the deep ball, and it is going to fall incomplete. And the Peteytown Piranhas are looking very good to finish off this game against their rivals. So the Peteytown Piranhas did give up a touchdown late in the game, but it didn't really matter, as we're going to get the 20-10 win over Maryland on the backs of 2 defensive touchdowns. Just absolutely ugly day on both sides of the ball for offense, and just, you know, one of those games where the rain affected a lot of different things, but it did not affect our defense's ability to score touchdowns. As you can imagine, not the prettiest stats in the world in that game. Maryland outgained us 223 to 218, but they had -4 rushing yards while we had 99. Through the air, Maryland had 227 yards to our 119, and they were 6 of 16 on 3rd down while we were only 2 of 12, so way below what we're used to. And as I mentioned, the story of this game was obviously those 2 turnovers we got that were turned into defensive touchdowns, and we kept a clean sheet, so that's probably the best thing the offense did today. Nate Myers with a very below average 119 yards, and he was sacked once. Elijah Addison provided some production on the ground with 19 carries for 88 yards. Nick Cummins led us with 4 catches and 35 yards, and not really much else to speak about on the receiving end. Eric Gooden was an absolute madman out there with 14 tackles and 2 for a loss. We were in that quarterback's face all game as Thomas Caver had 2 sacks along with Garrison Temple and DeAndre Hepburn, and Andre Bullitt got half a sack. And DeAndre Hepburn was the one that got that interception that he returned for a touchdown. DeAndre was also the guy that forced the fumble on the strip sack, and that was recovered by Walter Lyles. That's who that was, who scored the defensive touchdown for us. And Manuel Amador with a rare miss today, but he did hit 2 of his field goals and a long of 24. DeAndre Hepburn was, of course, named ACC Defensive Player of the Week after that strip sack and getting that interception for the touchdown. And DeAndre was also the National Defensive Player of the Week. Got some recruiting updates now. Vernon Hicks in first place and in his top 5, and we're trying to hold off Notre Dame by using a double soft sell strategy to try to figure out what he wants. Femi Cross is in second place on Michigan, but we have a double soft sell strategy for him as well, hoping that it's Sunday player of the two, but we'll take whatever he wants to give us. Gabe Bello is in first place over LSU right now, and we actually have his hard sell, and it's very good grades, so feeling good that maybe we can try to hold off LSU, even though they have a Tier 5 pipeline, so that makes it a little trickier. Mike linebacker Artis Rousseau liked our win over Maryland, and we're in first place for him right now, and we have his hard sell. Halfback Romeo Willingham, we're above Clemson, who we play in our next game after Auburn this week, and right now he's in first place with us, and we have him on the aspirational goals hard sell. We're not really getting any competition right now for Sam Bohasic, but we also have the double soft sell going for him just to try to boost that even more. As for Parker Turbin, this is an important week because he's on a visit with us this week, and that double soft sell gave us the aspirational goals hard sell, so that's what we're going with. And finally, there's wide receiver Kyle Willett, who is in second place right now with Alabama and their Tier 5 pipeline, so that's very intimidating. But we do have his hard sell, so that could help us. Another early season test now as we take on Auburn, and they're 94 overall. They lost their first game, so they're going to be hungry for a victory in this one, but we got to do whatever it takes to protect the Piranha Tank. We open up the game on offense, but we get forced off the field on a 3-and-out, so Auburn's taken over here near the 50, and they're going to get past the 50 and way into our territory after that nice passing play. And it's a read option from their quarterback that's going to fake us out, and he's going to get it just outside the red zone. Here's a little RPO bubble, and they're going to get around it and get the blocks, and he is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown for Auburn, and they are starting off very fast as they're up 7-0. Let's see if our offense has a response to Auburn after that touchdown. We're going to start with Elijah Addison, and he's going to drag some guys to get the first down. Myers going to drop back to throw, tosses it over the middle, and John... I'm trying to remember his name, but he gets 9 yards. 3rd down and 1 for the Piranhas. Myers going to throw it quickly, and it's going to be a nice hitch route for Alex Payne. Myers is going to throw a slant, but it is undercut by Auburn. He just read Nate like a book there, and that's going to be Nate's first interception on the season. 3rd down and 6 here. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to try a deep ball, and he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to get it inside our 10-yard line as Auburn is just firing on all cylinders to start this game. And handoff up the middle. He's going to spin out of the tackle, and Auburn is in the end zone again. So they are quickly up 2 scores, and the Peteytown Piranhas really need to find a way to get themselves back into this game. 3rd down and 2 for the Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to take it and drop back, and he's going to throw it over the middle, and it's tipped off of our receiver's hands into the waiting arms of Auburn, and you just can't imagine a more nightmarish start to a game, as that's just an unlucky bounce that lands right into Auburn's hands. From the 30 now, Auburn looking to go up 3 scores on us, and they're going to start that off well over the middle for 6 yards. 3rd down and 1 now for the Tigers, just outside of our red zone, and they are going to hand it off to their man, and he's got plenty of space to get the first down. 3rd down and 9, really need to keep them out of the end zone here. Auburn's got double stacks. They're dropping back out of it, and he's going to just get rid of it, but to absolutely nobody. Defense manages to force the field goal attempt here for Auburn, and they're going to put up the kick, and it is no good wide to the left, so hopefully that's something that can give us a little bit of momentum now. 3rd down and 3 for the Piranhas, diamond to the left of this formation. Going to send Nick Cummins in motion to the other side. Myers is going to throw it quickly. We're going to spin out of that tackle and get the first down. Nice play from Jeff Klutz. 3rd down and 6 for the Piranhas. 4 wide receivers to the right of this formation. Myers looking, throws it underneath, and it's just not enough for the first down. Auburn swinging it out to their back, and he breaks a tackle, but we swarm on him, and there's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Peteytown Piranhas. That is exactly what we needed there. Maurice Joy around that play, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to get that turnover. Let's see if it's going to be challenged or not by Auburn, but if it's not, it's going to be a nice setup for the Peteytown Piranhas on offense. 3rd down and 7. It's a diamond to the left of this formation. Nick Cummins coming to this side, and Nate Myers is looking. He's going to scramble around and throw it to the other side of the field for no reason. It's going to set up a field goal attempt for Manuel Amador, and he is going to put it through, so the Peteytown Piranhas turn that fumble into a field goal, but really could have been much more than that if we had been able to execute on offense at all, but as it is, it's going to be 14-3. Run to the outside is absolutely blown up in the backfield. Nice play. 3rd down and 13 for Auburn. They're just going to go with an RPO, and it's going to be short. He's going to break a tackle. He gets the blocks, and now he's going to be free, and George Emanuel is going to chase him down. That is some absolute... that's ridiculous. Come on. That is just ridiculous. We had him. There's no way. After that huge, stupid play from Auburn, that should have never happened. They're inside of our 20-yard line, and they are threatening again. Auburn's going to send a man in motion, and he's going to go to the other side of the formation. They're going to throw it out to him, and he's got nowhere to go thanks to the Piranhas just rallying to that ball. Auburn looking for something. It's going to be a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. It's going to be on Auburn, so that's going to push him back some more. 3rd down and 23 for the Auburn Tigers. And they are going to drop back. We're going to send, looks like 5. He gets it over the middle, and this time we secure the tackle. Auburn looking to push the lead back up to 2 touchdowns. And they're going to send up the kick, and we try to block it, but couldn't get in there, and they're going to put the kick through the uprights, and the Auburn Tigers are going to go up 17-3. Addison finds the hole on the cutback lane, and he's going to get it to around the 35-yard line. Myers to throw. He's got his man underneath, and it's John McKillop getting the first down. 3rd down and 2 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to take it and throw it quickly, and it's going to be Alex Payne getting around the edge, and Alex Payne's got a nice gain. RPO, and it's going to be intercepted, trying to go to Alex Payne again, and Auburn is going to return this one, and he's going to get caught down from behind. I don't know. I just don't know. Interception is going to set up Auburn on our side of the 50. They're trying to play action, and this time they got their man out of the backfield with some space and 7 yards. And he's going to get his man underneath our zones for the first down. Play action. Auburn throwing over the middle, and it's going to be complete as he just beat Eric Gooden. Throw out to their man in the flat, and he's got nowhere to go as that play has not really been working for them in this game. Play action, Auburn looking. He's going to try scrambling for this one, and he's going to get hit down, or slide down. 3rd down and 6 for Auburn. They're dropping back. He's going to throw out to his man, and he's going to get tackled short of the first down marker. Tough kick from the hash mark here for Auburn's kicker. He is going to put it up, and it is no good, thankfully, so it's going to keep it a 14-point deficit. And as the first half comes to a close, the Peteytown Piranhas just looking absolutely flat in that first half, and I'm going to come in to see if I can help us. And we're going to get a TFL on the first play, thanks to Sean Leonhardt. And they are going to split the seams in between our defenders there to get a big chunk. And an RPO is going to get in between of our zones, and it's going to get them a first down. Throwing to an absolutely wide open man. George Emanuel is going to get him down, and Auburn is threatening once again in this game. And we don't turn around to play the ball, and Auburn is going to get a touchdown on Zach McGarrigle, and they're going to go up 3 touchdowns. Spreading them out here on the first drive, trying to get it to Alex Payne. Of course, they're going to play that. Shouldn't have thrown that. And we're going to get Theo Storm out of the backfield on a nice angle route to get us the first down. And Nate Myers is going to make a nice little cut there and get a block downfield to get us a first down on what was a completely designed play, exactly how we drew it up. Theo Storm gets a nice block out there by the offensive line for the first down. See if we can get John McKillop on a little option play. He's going to get a little space. He's going to get a block downfield and cut up, and then he's going to get taken down by some Tigers. Try to get Theo Storm free on a little screen pass. Going to get it out to him, and they are covering that up very nicely to make it 3rd and 10. It's in a window, and it's going to make it 4th and 6. And at this point, we really just have to go for it and hope for the best. 4th down and 6. No, this isn't going to work. The out route is not going to get where I want it to, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. 3rd down and 9 here for Auburn, hoping we can get them off the field. And it is going to be incomplete, so the Piranhas are going to get the defensive stop that they desperately needed. Get us a little play action to start this drive. Going to get it out to Elijah Addison, who makes a nice little spin move, and he's going to get us nice yardage on that first play. Trying another screen pass for Theo Storm here. Get it away, and they, of course, are all over that. Orbit motion for Elijah Addison. He's going to get out in space, and nobody's going to catch him, and Elijah Addison is going to get us into the end zone to make it a 2-touchdown deficit. 3rd down and 8 now. Time winding down in the 3rd quarter. We're going to get it off. He's going to beat us. He's going to beat Gio Arma, and he's sprinting away from us, and he's going to get it inside of our 10-yard line. And they're going to get their man wide open, and he's going to spin away from this, and this guy is just absolutely killing us today. They're going to go up by 3 scores again. And we are going to get John McKillop out there for the first down completion. Trying a deep ball, that's probably going to be picked off, but it's just knocked away. A little too late on that passing play. 4th down and 9, and a gotta go for it situation here for the Piranhas. We're gonna get our halfback open over the middle to keep the game alive. Their man just came screaming at us to get the sack. Throwing a little slant, and that's going to get us a few yards. Oh God, that guy came out of nowhere, and he's going to get the interception, and he's going to return it all the way for a touchdown. So played this one to the end, but just couldn't make anything happen as we end the game 41-25. We started this game flat. I came in and just kind of made things worse with some not getting that touchdown on my first drive really hurt, and then just that interception return for a touchdown kind of just put the nail in the coffin, and just, ugly game for the Piranhas here. Gotta maybe go back to the drawing board on some things, but not a great effort from the guys today, and not a great effort from me. So for our stats in the loss against Auburn, it was 430 yards for us and 418 for them, and they had 30 yards rushing and a touchdown, while we had 118 yards rushing. Through the air, they had 388 passing yards, as we just had no answer for their passing game today. And we had 312 yards ourselves, and they were 5 of 11 on third down while we were 6 for 13. Big story of the day was that Auburn only had 1 turnover while we had 5 turnovers, so that is just absolutely not what you want when you're trying to win a game. Nate Myers put up some stats, but it was quite a few garbage time stats, if we're being honest, as those interceptions came back to bite us, and he had 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 picks, and he was only sacked twice. Elijah Addison had 13 carries for 55 yards, while Nate Myers had 12 carries and 52 yards on a bunch of scrambles by me, but he also had a fumble that Auburn recovered while the camera was off. John McKillop had 6 catches for 66 yards, and Theo Storm had 7 for 63, and Elijah Addison had 3 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown, and Jeff Klutz had 3 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown, and Alex Payne had 7 for 45 and a touchdown. Eric Gooden had 9 tackles on the day with 3 for a loss, and the Piranhas did not record a sack in this game, unfortunately. We did have a forced fumble by Nick Scasia, and that was picked up by Maurice Joy, so that set us up nicely, but we were only able to get a field goal out of it. And Manuel Amador hit his only kick of the day for 35 yards. So not exactly the way we wanted to end that episode against Auburn, but it is what it is, and we're back to number 12 in the country now. But in the next episode, we're going to be opening up ACC play with Clemson, then taking on Virginia, and then traveling to Texas Tech. I'll see you guys in the next video.